We did two initiatives this fall using the 3D printer. Our first one was 7th grade, doing a construction project. Construction is basically building large structures out of cans of food that are actually filled with food. All of that food then gets donated to the Center for Food Action in Mahwah. So what the students did, they actually produced a 3D model using Tinkercad, and from those designs, they voted on which one they liked the best. They printed them out to see what they would look like in real life, and then they would actually build them. So this was a great way for the kids to see it, what they wanted to actually build, work with the 3D modeling system, and then actually they're going to build it in real life. So they're going to get to see the process the whole way through. So it was a really neat way for the kids to work with the 3D printer.
Well, I created a Starbucks Frappuccino. It took a while to create because I actually used the app, and it took a while because I had to do circles on top of circles on top of circles. So that part took a while, but once I got the hang of it, I could just do it really fast. I think the 3D printer is so cool. It can make all of our kind of school dreams almost become a reality, because in science class we learn to design stuff, or we learn to dissect frogs, and now we can just do everything on there on the 3D printer.
I created a camera, and I created it because my slogan was "Picture a world without hunger," and I thought about how cameras take pictures, and I think hunger is something that it's a huge issue in our world, and I think by raising awareness with these cool little projects was a lot of fun. The process it took was, first we had to come up with an idea, and then we had to go on Tinkercad, which is this application, and then we had to learn about it, and then after that we had to find the relationship between the volume and the number of cans by graphing and using slope.
The second project was for the students to actually create a usable object or a movable hinge in some way, or something that would actually move. So some students did a ball and socket, some students did a hinge, some did a wheel and axle. They all turned out really well.
I created an R2-D2 that has moving wheels in it, because I was kind of inspired by the new movie that was coming out, because I really like Star Wars a lot. It was a really long process creating it, because I actually created 5 different prototyped feet to try to figure out which ones would work. So this first one didn't come out very well because the structure in the inside went into where the wheels should be, so that one just didn't work at all. The second one actually printed out okay, but the wheel, I used 2 small cylinders as the axles on the wheel instead of just having one long cylinder and making it go through it. So as you can see, the other axle kind of fell off. And so the 5th wheel I made actually worked pretty well, so all I had to do is attach the prototype foot onto the R2-D2. It's really useful because you can kind of print out whatever you want in the future. There's so many ideas to use. It could be printed out with different materials other than plastic, or even printing out organs or tissue or stuff, so that could lead to advances in the medical field. So I think it's really important to learn how to use it and learn how to use a 3D design program, because it could lead to so much bigger things in the future.